doing Invest in South DeKalb. So right now, y'all see me outside in front of the Glenwood Bowling Alley. We got Commissioner Nicole Massiah with us. Just ask a couple questions, see what Invest in South DeKalb look like for her.
Yes.
So just starting off, Nicole, who are you? If I may call you Nicole, who is Nicole Massiah?
I'm good. Commissioner Massiah, Nicole, I am, at the end of the day, will always be Nicole and always be real and here for the real reasons and the right reasons. And so who I am is just someone that is concerned, committed, and convicted to South DeKalb. I'm an attorney by trade, also a real estate broker. I'm a single mom, have been at the age of 16 where I got my GED, put myself through school, undergrad, law school, now sworn into the U.S. Supreme Court, and the first black woman to hold this seat as the DeKalb County Commissioner, District 3.
Thank you. And I say DeKalb County, I was speaking with somebody, DeKalb County, you can do whatever in South DeKalb County. I ran these streets and also was able to go to community college to get a master's in DeKalb County. So you can become in DeKalb County. So what brought you to South DeKalb?
So what brought me to initially Georgia and then South DeKalb is my mom. Like I said, I came here as a child, single mom, and to be quite frank, we were broke. We had food insecurities, we had housing insecurities, and my mom did the best that she could to try to take care of myself and my sister at the time. And I just made it home. Even though I've had the opportunity to leave and go other places, this is my home. It's where I've raised my children. It's where I've started my businesses. It's where I've volunteered and committed to serving my community. So that's what brought me here, but more importantly, is what keeps me here.
And you said one thing is a lot of stuff in South DeKalb, particularly DeKalb County as a whole, but South DeKalb, people tend to see South DeKalb. I'm like, hey, I'm on Wesley Chapel. I live on Wesley Chapel. You're like, oh, you on the Chapel. It gets known for crime, blight, all the bad stuff. But we got stuff like Golden Glide. We got stuff like over on Gresham, Chit Chat. Like we have stuff in South DeKalb. Like I said before, you can go to South DeKalb. But what does the future of South DeKalb? What does investing in South DeKalb?
So investment in South DeKalb and economic investment intentionally is it has to be purposeful. It has to be responsible more than anything. I mean, we have the greatest amount of undeveloped land in DeKalb County, which is less than 3% in South DeKalb. The greatest amount of what I say opportunity in the blighted properties. There are over 2,800 residential blighted properties, so that's opportunity for redevelopment in South DeKalb. And so with that, we have people that want to come in and dictate what happens, when, and how in our community. What it looks like is making sure there is a community voice, that we're not displacing our seniors, and that we are intentional about what sprouts out and what comes into our district specifically, right? Not just something to say we have something, not just density that has none of the amenities that are necessary. I mean, we have food insecurities, we have healthcare insecurities, we have childcare that's needed. We should have already had an employment center that we don't have, which will provide financial opportunities. And so it looks like making sure we have that along with some of the other things that are coming in. And those things happen side by side. They don't happen by happenstance. They have to be deliberate, they have to be intentional, and they have to happen with courage, right? And that is pushing back against what's not supporting in our best interests.
And you said a couple of things in that. As we know, just in Atlanta period, well, any metropolitan, you've seen it in D.C., seen it in L.A., gentrification. We have community members that have been here 20, 30 years and looking for development and how they can stay within their community and have that. I think South DeKalb, or just community period, you have a certain pride of where you're from, where you grew at.
Yes.
So what are some of the biggest opportunities that you've seen where it's like keeping people in place? You said something like job opportunities, blight, but in those opportunities, how do we tackle that where we keep, and I'm gonna say it, South DeKalb is majority black. How do we keep that culture here and also grow? We can have diversity, but also keep that culture where it looks different in a couple years.
So, it starts with unity in a community, right? And that's not buzzing for me. It is real. I always share that as a county commissioner, I can't do it by myself. I have to have not just the community voices and the input, but also the community engagement and investment. And that takes our time coming down to the Board of Commissioners meetings on second and fourth Tuesday to be heard. That's making sure, as others do, we send emails out to all of the Board of Commissioners, because some people tend to think that as a commissioner, my one vote makes the determination of what we have in South DeKalb, and that's not the case. I have 6 other colleagues that vote, and the composition and the needs of some districts are different than what it is in ours. And so I'm always going to fight for what we need. But sometimes people need to hear the voices of us to understand that it's not just me on that dais, saying what we need, when, and how, and seeming like the troublemaker, but this is what I'm hearing from my community, the cries of my community, and what we demand. And so in terms of opportunities, that's one of the huge opportunities that we have, is to actually unite. And I bring back, when we had the civil rights and Minister Farrakhan and even Black Panthers, right? And just seeing what we are experiencing on a national level, on a state level, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's on a local level as well, that we have to have that unity and come together to fight for what we need. But also from specific standpoints, we have South DeKalb Mall, which is the hub, and that's the center. That, to me, that is the center of our world for South DeKalb and for District 3. And so even though there have been plans in place and they're supposed to be sold, I would love, as a commissioner and as a part of the governing authority, that we purchase it and we keep it here in our community with the ownership of our government working with our community. They did it in Lula Falls. Why can't we do it in South DeKalb? But again, that's more of what needs to be communicated, not just from my voice, but I need us to do it together. And so we have lots of things that are coming down the pipeline. We're getting ours, y'all. I promise y'all. But the only way that it not just starts, but it continues, is that we keep foots on necks. And I can't do it alone.
And you said that it looks like how we invest in South DeKalb. You said coming to commissioner meetings. I know young millennials, that 9 to 12, they may be at work or whatever. You say email it. So how do they get in touch with you? Whether it's email, new thing. I'm trying to get update TikTok,
Right.
Instagram. How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you're going to have to help me on the TikTok thing.
Yeah, I'm getting out.
You're going to have to help me on the TikTok thing. But we do have Instagram, we have Facebook,
Okay.
and we have a website. So
Okay.
it's CommissionerNicoleMassiah.com, Instagram, CommissionerNicoleMassiah.com, and make sure you go on your DeKalb County government website, and that's DeKalbCountyGA.gov. Again, DeKalbCountyGA.gov for all things DeKalb County, not just Nicole Massiah as your commissioner, but all of the commissioners, the CEO, all of your departments, code compliance, sanitation, the officers, planning and development, decide DeKalb. All of that is on that DeKalbCountyGA.gov. Get engaged, get involved, and make sure you commit to at least once. Send an email to all of the Board of Commissioners and to the CEO pertaining to at least one thing. Some of our agenda items, in our pages, 43 pages that we have to go through in a single meeting. Just look at one item that resonates with you and send us a message.
All right. And we're going to put all this in the comments so y'all can see everything. We're going to tag Commissioner Nicole Massiah.
Yes.
Put those emails in there. Please drop a comment.
Yes.
And we're going to invest in South DeKalb one time for District 3.
District 3, and we're going to do this together because I can't do it by myself. I'm not here to make promises. I'm here to deliver results with you, and I can't do it by myself.
Invest in South DeKalb.
Do it now.